Hey there, my name is John Anderson Gluman Oreña. I'm a student of the subject Materials Design. So today we're talking about uh, s- several strategies to teach English and to be more specific to improve the speaking and listening skill in face-to-face environments and in online environments. So the objectives are well, the first of all, we want to provide different tips and strategies to build strong and useful listening and speaking materials to students to take advantage of them. So we also want to adapt all the strategies that we use in face-to-face environments to online environments. Well, to develop listening skills for face-to-face environments, so I would recommend you to have a good device to play sounds and stories because you as a teacher you are in the classroom and sometimes you are not able to reach a device to share with your students like songs or listening exercises, so that would be super useful. So the second thing is that changing your accent. If you are a really good teacher and you can use like a British accent, that would be super helpful for your students. So they are going to be able to identify the American English and the British English. The third one is that, yeah, I know that it sounds strange, but I really recommend you to uh, listening to a poor quality sound players because not all the time you are gonna be having like a good quality of sounds. So when you are used to listen listen to all type of sounds, you are going to relate the English sounds easily. The fourth one is that I really recommend you to play several games with your students at the class. So I really recommend you a game called the Chinese Whisper. So it is super useful. So it helps students to have communication among them and they are going to improve the listening skill in the face-to-face environment in the classroom. So the last one, I really recommend you as a teacher I really recommend you to use like a more advanced vocabulary with your students. So it is not good to stay stuck within one context or use all you use always the same words. That's not recommendable. It's going to be better for them. They are going to learn more vocabulary if you use an advanced vocabulary accordingly to their level. Okay. So to develop listening skills for online environments, well, I really recommend, and I think that is one of the best options that you can tell your students to practice is listening to podcasts. So it is a good way to practice English because the students can select the topics that they like. So they are going to be more interested not only about learning English, but learning a different thing. Well, the second one is transcribe the podcast. So when you transcribe the podcast, the student is going to be sure that everything that the student is listening to is processed in its mind. Okay, so if you transcribe the podcast, it means that you are able to understand what the podcast is talking about. I really recommend you watching Netflix series because yeah, it is like a good way to improve your listening skills. And the fourth one is listening to the United States radio. Yeah, it's fantastic because you can find a lot of different accents there. The last one is going to be listening to music. Yeah, I know most of us are are used to listening to um, English songs, but do you really understand what those songs talked about? So I really recommend you to listening to music. It's a good way to start um, working on your listening skills in an online environment. Perfect. So we're talking about now speaking skills face-to-face environments. So, well, if you are a teacher, if you are a person who is learning English in an online environment, it may be an institute or something like that, I really recommend you to talk to your partners. So, leave fears behind and just speak English. It doesn't matter. You are here to learn, so don't worry about it. I really recommend you if you are a teacher. It would be fantastic. I know a game called 1 Minute Talking. So basically, it consists on taking a student away with you. You are going to provide a topic to that student. That student have 1 minute to say as much words as it can, because that's why it's called 1 minute talking. So the main purpose is that the student develop vocabulary. Okay. The third one is going to be open discussions. So it would be fantastic if you, as a teacher, uh, create like environments to talk about whatever the students wants in order to learn English. Well, I have another game here. It is bad news delivery game. So it is basically you you have to provide, you as a teacher, you have to provide mm, a bad situation. You have to create a really bad news, and the student has to find a way to tell that bad news in the best way possible. The last one is don't forget working on the pronunciation. Okay, yeah, you as a teacher, you have to uh, teach your students how to pronounce the words. Okay, to develop speaking skills for online environments, so we have interesting activities here. The first one is karaoke time. Yeah, we can sing. Second one is shadowing. It means that you are watching a series and you are looking at the captions. You can try to repeat what the subjects, what the people in the series are talking about. That would be an excellent option. The third one is speaking sessions. So you can choose a topic, an interesting topic, maybe within 1 hour, and have like an open uh, discussion or conversation. The fourth one is tongue twisters. Yeah, you can use tongue twisters to improve in your articulation, and you are going to sound better. And the last one is going to be make up a definition. So just take a, I don't know, take a cell phone and tell a student to describe that cell phone. It's going to improve a lot their um, speaking skills. Well, conclusions. I think that designing and teacher materials require good knowledge about the language in general. So it also requires a strong pedagogical knowledge, because we must be familiarized with learning styles. We all know that not everyone learn at the same pace, nor with the same strategies. So that's why it's super important the teacher here, the professional in the uh, English teaching.